March 1976, the destruction of Camp A. Led by Sarge, we set our watches. Hack is whispering. One by one, we crawled down a slope toward the rear of the 3 shacks. The 7-man explosive crew is behind Sarge as they will break away to set the claymores. Half of us will split off to go around the camp from one direction, while the rest will go to the front of the camp from the other direction. A few men from each of these groups will delve further into the jungle and along the dirt road to pick up strays if they manage to escape. Sarge whispers before the split, "Pay attention to your defilade, and remember, react to contact. Don't think too much. If you see him, shoot him. Salvo the shit out of him with continuous volleys." I am in a group circling to the front of the camp. Roma signals me to position myself behind a wide tree. I lay prone to dial my carbine in position. I check my watch, knowing that the explosives are set to detonate at 0630 hours. That is in a half hour. My adrenaline is pumping. I cannot see most of our guys, but I know they are to the right, left, and stagger behind me. I have a clear sight to the front of the guard shack with the latrine to my right. There is a series of clucks and woos between Sarge and Jimmy John. I duck my head behind the tree to cover my hatted head with both of my arms as instructed. My rifle is tight in my hands while my biceps loosely cover my ears. I make another mental inventory of where all of my weapons and ammo are. My throat is dry and my neck is tight to my shoulders. My boots are digging into the ground like a mini excavator. Then, a melody of short metallic clacks. An uncountable silent moment. The claymores blast. Within a second, I feel and hear claymore flinders ripping through the air above me. Pellets are tearing at bark, whooshing through the bush, and even thipping into the soft ground. The sound is loud. I should have covered my ears better because now I am hearing a high-pitched whine and silence at the same time. How is that possible? Fear is nipping at my heels. I know for a fact that 20 or more men are going to come running at us in a flash. They will be shooting everything they got at us, at me. The sound is deafening. The balls not trapped in the shacks whistle through the air, making splattering sounds on anything they hit. A wave of light air pressure hits me. That does not hurt. I am too far away, and several trees are in front of me, absorbing much of the pressure. After a few seconds, the explosive noise dissipates. The jungle is silent for a long moment, dead silent. Birds are dropping around us, stunned or dead from the explosions. Now the shit hits the fan. Men, maybe 30, come out of what is left of the guard shack. Many are screaming. All are firing their rifles randomly into the woods, including toward the shocked guys sitting at the bonfire, a few of whom drop to the ground. They look like a silent movie of Keystone Cops. My hearing is fucked. Many of these men are bloodied or injured from the claymore concussions or pellets. A few guys have limbs ripped or completely torn off. They are teetering and falling, peeking around the tree trunk. I take aim as I wait for the guards to use all of their rounds. I expose myself prone around the tree to get a volley of shots off. Fear is gripping my balls and squeezing hard. I keep my focus. My right foot is exposed. I feel a jolt, a sound that goes twank. The toe box on my steel-toed boot gets hit. I do not think it penetrates into my foot, but there is no time to check it. I wiggle my toes and conclude, good enough. The 2 full-auto M16s and an AK-47 are ripping guys to shreds, sending body parts in all directions. The slugs from the 10-gauge shotguns throw bodies to the ground, or if they miss, exploding huge chunks out of trees or still standing parts of the shacks. I might be revolted by the carnage, but I tell myself to pay attention, keep in the game. Easy to say, I am afraid. At the same time, I am confident and in control of myself, except for my hearing. It is muffled, but no pain. Too loud to think, I look and then act as Sarge instructed. Many of the guards drop like jack straws, ending like dogs in a pile on a cold night. However, too many of them get into the dark woods, several of which head in my general direction. These guys are called squirters. As Sarge explains it, consider the shacks a big asshole full of shit. Many guys will get loose. We gotta wipe them up. Those assholes are squirters. I cannot say for sure if I am shooting anyone with my rifle. It happens quickly as each guard is moving and dropping fast. I can count bodies later. Hey, heads up, stay alive, kill someone, is my urgent thought. I am on my rifle's fourth magazine. I take aim at a guy only to feel a hard-hitting clink on my rifle's barrel end. Instantaneously, I feel a pinch on my left forearm, followed by a thrust into the left side of my chest. I pull the rifle bore back to see that a round actually hit the dented edge of the hole where the round comes out. The round must have ricocheted to my arm, not a deep penetration. The round glanced off the inside of my left forearm below my elbow. It is trapped in a fold in my vest, having stopped against a colt handle inside the vest. Grab it, stash it, done. Nervous that the hit had fucked the rifle, I pop the magazine, eject the chambered round, and drop the carbine at my feet. Without thinking, I go for a Colt. Safety off? Yes. Why are your hands shaking? Breathe, asshole. Sliding a K-bar from my vest, I'm shaking that as well. My arm stings. It is bleeding, but is functional. I am jacked. I think. Fear is running from me. This doesn't even hurt. In fact, time slows down. I hear my breathing. My ears are throbbing with pulsing blood. I feel the hairs on my neck stiffening. My blood is pumping like Bobby strumming on a first set ending song. Death gasps from several of the men near the fire pit fill the air for another moment. Gunshots and shouting around the camp. I keep pumping my left fist around the knife handle to make sure my arm is working. It is relief. More hard breathing. Hey, forget about this shit. Pay attention. Move around the tree. Move to the camp. Keep your head on the swivel. I managed to get all 8 rounds off at a small group of 4 guys hiding behind each other, not knowing which way to run. I'm not sure if I hit anyone. Either way, they drop as other guys are shooting at them as well. Press the release. Drop the mag. Get it later. I effortlessly jack a new mag within a second or two. Now you've got 7 rounds. I am no longer afraid. I'm lit as fuck and peaking. Every muscle in my body, each thought in my head is ready for this moment and the next. Bring it. From behind, I hear footsteps and metal clanking. I turn out from behind a tree facing 2 guys running full steam semi toward me. They are 20 yards away, invisible as a jackrabbit around trees and foliage. My face goes numb. I gasp, tightening my grip on the Colt. No aiming, hit their chests. They each have a rifle. That's what I focus on. I cannot even tell what the men look like or how they are dressed. All I see are the rifles with big black holes at the tips pointing my way. Holes as big as black bowling balls. They are being raised toward me. Before I know it, they are on me, less than 10 yards away. I grip the Colt hard. No need to aim, they're right there, shoot them. Now, now, now! I shoot the first guy twice as the second guy dives behind a thick tree. My ears close, buzzing silence. As the first man begins to drop backward, 2 crimson holes erupt from his chest, like twin stones rippling on a small pond. He limply throws his rifle at me while yelling, "Behendo, hijo de puta!" I gasp, moving to get behind the tree again, with my back to the action in the camp. I have no idea what he was screaming at me. My hearing is fucked. I just shot my first man up close, but he is not dead yet, only incapacitated. Lying on the ground, flailing his limbs at me defensively, continuing to swear at me as his lungs fill with blood. Backing my left arm finds a tree. I ready myself to get behind it, all the while looking at the tree where the second man is hiding. I'm exposed. The thrown rifle passing nearby causes me to flinch as a round from the second guy whizzes past my head. That blast deafens me further, making my world silent. A high-pitched whine creeps into the silence's spot. I feel the heat and a poof of wind on my left cheek. The sound is like a fast snake. Hiss in the past. Fuck, this is real. The fear has turned to control. These guys are gonna die, and I'm gonna do it. The second guy is on me, rifle raised. I come back around from the tree, fast with the K-bar clenched in my left hand, as my right hand with the Colt is now behind the tree. I hold it while the guy runs into it, stabbing himself in the chest, above the sternum, into his chest fat. He gets 2 shots off. The bore is pointed off. No harm. The knife penetrates a few inches of that fat, feeling like it is going to get through his sternum ribs. It does not, because I am not pushing hard enough. He tries to knee me in the balls. I see that coming, so I dance away. Instinctively, I respond with a boot to the outside of his left knee, making him lose balance. I push him and his rifle against the tree. I make a stabbing attack at his face. He recoils and drops to the ground. He is trying to load the rifle as he drops to the dirt. As he does, I get the Colt up with my right hand, thanking him with a few rounds to the face. No, pay attention, it was 3 rounds to the face. He gives up as his head flops. He drops practically on top of the other guy, spoonflake dripping from his mouth, his feet still trying to scramble. Not wanting to take any chances, I put a second round in each of the 2 foreheads for insurance. 7 rounds going from the mag, slides back, dog dick showing. Change out, my ears are stinging. It dawns on me. I either miscounted the rounds or I forgot to have a round in the chamber. Should have had 8 shots with that pistol. No, dumbass. That mag holds 7. You changed out once, so you don't have one in the chamber already. Let it go. Pay attention to details. Smack a new mag, taking only seconds. Slide the latch, chamber around. 1 in the chamber, 6 in the mag. From the camp, there is shouting in Spanish and English. I cannot turn to watch as I see another flash of white and red running behind me, this time away from me. I get on the bus and follow him, jumping over and around low-lying bush, dodging trees, taking 4 impractical shots at him to keep him scared. I see him clearly, 20 feet away with the jungle between us. I know he cannot outrun me. We are running serpentine like rabbits. Because of the trees, my handgun is practically useless from even this short distance. So I continue to run him down. I get to within 3 yards of his sweat-drenched back. He is gasping for air. I am not. I'm barely breathing hard. He's about to give it up. His arms and legs are going to collapse. I get near him, shoot him in the back twice, then dive on top of him, stabbing his back ribs with my K-bar. I can feel and hear his rib bones crunching like baby backs at a redneck barbecue. A knife does not simply slice or poke through rib bones. It explodes through them, blasting bone shards inward like a volcano. He is going down hard, a moan, a cry. Being pretty sure the 2 rounds in his back are ending this guy, I am not sure why I stab him. I cannot explain it. I need to pay attention. To my left, I see where the dirt road should be. Sure enough, I see 2 shadows creeping low on the path. Being discreet, I pick up on them, looking around for others, and figure they are alone for now. I plot a 20-yard hypotenuse in my mind, planning to intersect them down the road and not have to chase them. Carefully, I pick my way to where they are hiding. I am down to 3 rounds in my Colt. I do not want to risk the sounds of ejecting the mag and snapping a new one. They probably think they are safe now. Don't spook them. Coming to the road, I look around a tree, seeing them slinking my way, looking backward. They do not have rifles. I tuck myself behind the tree and wait, finally hearing them low-talking in Spanish as they come to me. I wait for them to pass. I aim the Colt at the second guy's head and fire. Fuck, missed. Your hand is shaking. Get control, 2 rounds left. Oyo, peloton, chico. The lucky guy chokes with a shocked look on his squinty-eyed face. They both gasp at their ears. His glasses have nearly fallen off when he whips his head after the round goes by. I am pissed that I missed, and this guy is telling me I have small balls. He kicks at me, but he does not connect. I let loose the last 2 rounds in quick succession, ripping into his head. His eyeglasses fly away at an angle, leaving his lower jaw flopping onto his neck. I'm out of ammo. That's gross as fuck. He drops quickly while the second guy half turns toward me and half runs away from me. He doesn't know what to do. He's turning his back to me, trying to run, but not gaining much. Puta madre! Puta el pendejo! Between my lame understanding of Spanish and the shrill ringing of my ears, I do not give a shit what he has to say. The wolf cares not for what the sheep thinks. It takes me a second to get on him with a K-bar. He is flapping his hands, begging for mercy, even crying. My heart hardens. I slash at his hands, cutting both of them above the wrists. He pulls his immediately blooded hands to his face, but his hands flop because I severed the tendons. This opens his chest. He takes 3 hard stabs to the heart area before he drops. His breastbones crunch like snapped celery. A final stab from my K-bar to his throat and through the top of his spine. This guy's done. Breathe. You're holding your breath. Breathe. Stop shaking. Look around. Move your feet. Don't stand still. What the hell did I just do? Hyper alert, wiping spittle from my lips, feeling how sweaty my face is. I look down the road away from the camp. No one. I whirl around to look up the road towards the camp. No one. Whew. My glasses are covered with sweat, spit, and blood. My breathing is rapid and my heart is pumping. No one coming or going. I scan the woods all the while with shaking hands, getting a new magazine into my Colt. I cannot hear much due to the ringing in my ears. I see leaves breathing, each twig breathing. All trees are breathing, even stones are breathing. And every clump of dirt, it's all breathing. I'm tripping balls. One fact I'm learning today, men die slowly. They put up a fight, plus the body knows it's in a fight for life. I guess it does its share at staying alive at all costs. These men had intense fear at that moment. I wonder what that is like. Remember that when it's my turn. Melton and Hirsch, assigned to patrol down the path, come jogging toward me, tight to the trees for cover. It's me, Leary, I whisper loudly. They get the point, relaxing as they catch up to me. I detail what happened. They look at each other with nods of respect toward me. Hirsch quips, F&G as fuck. We continue back to the camp. I realize that in the space of 10, maybe 15 minutes, I killed 5 men in hand-to-hand combat. I can't say that I enjoy doing this, but it is not bothering me. I now know what having a wargasm means. We double time into the camp. Roman comes to me, his M16 held by the handle. His green t-shirt is drenched in sweat, especially under the armpits, which I imagine are hairier than the jungle is thick. The stench, we're even on that one. There is blood plastered along his scarred eyebrow and on his cheek. Don't think it's his. The shack, filled with coke. Old, half blow it, 3rd time. The first round, claymore, and stick. Barely dent. Good thing Jim John had sticks. Be a few mics. I nod in understanding. I'm having trouble hearing him. Roma scans me. He sees me bloody. Blood is on my face, head, arms, hands, sleeves, and on my vest. Blood is also smeared on the handles of my handguns and K-bars sticking out of my vest. Crap, blood all over the front of my pants even. Looks like you had trip guys in bush? Yes, sir, 5 of them, 2 groups of 2, and 1 single man. You dispatched them all? I nod, yes. Yourself? I nod again. Motherfucker, we go ourselves are here, boys. Man, Dog Shriver. He says this to no one in particular, except most of the guys are around hearing this. I see heads nodding. Melton quips. The pistol shrimp ain't a rookie no more. My pride escalates, but I remain stoic. Roma continues. Diego and Milton describe squirters each way as score. My hearing is still messed up. After finding my carbine, a few mags, and the ammo bags, I join the crew. The damage to the carbine barrel end does not look as bad as I thought. I thumb around into the chamber. Pointing the rifle to the ground with my right hand on the trigger, I call out, "Fire on the mountain!" Wait a few seconds and squeeze the trigger. The rifle jolts awkwardly from side to side. The round does not blow up. I can see where it tunneled into the soft ground. "Okay, Mr. Roma, this is okay." We leave all the bodies where they are. We have no pity. Barty, a Navy man, chimes in. "No one has a gold earring, so no one gets buried." He then schools me. The reason pirates wore gold earrings was so when they drowned and washed up on the shore, the finder would provide a proper burial in exchange for the gold loop. I kind of buy that one. I imagine hearing the big cats calling to each other, "Buffet!" The sun has fully risen. I switch glasses from clear to sunglasses. From Melton's canteen, I pour stanky water to clean the death from the clear lenses I had on all night. The birds and jungle sounds have returned to their noise. The humidity is jumping. The sky is continuously dark. It looks like rain. It feels like rain. Here comes the rain. Flows through my brain. I get a piece of soap from my pack and sacrifice precious water, cleaning more death off my hands and face. Thank you.